There's been a tragic school shooting by a school resource officer. She's left brain dead. We're going to talk about it.
So, Bob, we got a sponsor for this podcast, right?
We do. We've got our very good friends that have stood with us through our growth and just been instrumental in helping us stay on the air. And of course, that's Palmetto Steel. And if you're in the building business and you use steel, you probably use Palmetto. They bend it, they roll it, they do construction grade materials for 50-story skyscrapers and lawnmowers and anything in between. So thank you, Palmetto Steel, for taking such good care of the Free Speech Forum. We love you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
And
Appreciate it.
The contact information, you guys, on the screen. You got an email and a phone number, so please go ahead and give them a call.
So what's been going on in Long Beach, California?
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
We have had I guess you can call it a school shooting. A school resource officer ended up firing a couple rounds at a mother and
Not your normal school shooting.
no, not a normal school shooting. And shot her. She's now left brain dead. And yeah, so we're gonna.
Yeah, we got live video.
Yeah,
right?
we got video of this. So let's go ahead and roll it.
Let's get in there.
New at 11, candles burning and tears flowing tonight at an emotional vigil in Long Beach. So many gathering to pray for 18-year-old Mona Rodriguez, that young mother now in a local hospital and on life support.
That's sad.
Cameras capturing the moment Monday when she was shot in the head by a school police officer.
Why does he even have a gun out right there?
Yeah. So
We
just
might be missing some information. I don't know.
yeah. So basically.
So he shot
Fired
her.
2 rounds, and you can see there on the car, one of the rounds went through the rear window and hit her. I think
Passenger
they
side.
both hit her. Yeah.
Is the officer Caucasian or African American?
I don't know. I'm not.
He looked
Spanish
descent.
African-American to
Millikan High
me.
School.
Okay.
Eyewitness News reporter Amy Pell was at tonight's vigil.
Yeah.
She has new reaction from family and friends tonight. Amy.
Jory, it's an agonizing time for this 18-year-old's loved ones, clinging to hope that she'll recover. Attorneys for the family say the safety officer who shot her should be behind bars.
Yeah.
So it was a safety
So-
officer. It wasn't even a. Was it not a?
Is that like a school resource officer? Is there any
I mean,
difference?
You know,
Probably.
security,
It's probably
glorified security guard.
yeah.
He's got a license to have a loaded gun on his hip.
Okay.
But yeah,
Open
I
carry.
mean, what it comes down to, and I guess we're gonna get into it, is from what we saw. Obviously, we're missing most of the information, but from what we saw, she got in the car started to drive away, and he shot twice.
Yeah.
And it really seems bad. Without knowing all the fine
You've
details.
got to be careful. There could have been a pistol laying in the front
Yeah.
seat. She could have had drugs on her, and he'd already taken
Well,
them.
I mean, he could have thought that she was trying to run him over.
Yeah,
I mean, because
and
he was close to that car.
so-
I mean, it could have been a foot. She could have backed
That's
up.
true.
Yeah, and
you know,
so
the
I
other
was,
day, a cop's uniform got caught in a door thing, and he got drug about what, 75, 100
yeah, I saw
yards
that.
for
Yeah.
they
So,
shot the tires up.
I was gonna mention that. No, so my father is a police officer, and I guarantee you, if he thought someone was trying to run him over, at that point, the only item that you have on your person that could possibly take care of something would be a gun. I mean,
Right.
nothing else
Yeah.
is going to work.
I mean,
so,
my brother was a police officer, and I mean, you have to realize that being in that position, they're more scared of you than you are of them, right?
Yeah.
So like when they're walking, could you imagine pulling somebody over and not knowing what's about to happen? Like,
Oh, God.
you're sitting there in the seat like,
yeah, with those
I'm gonna
black
get a
windows
ticket.
now,
You know,
you can't see
but
in there.
They're so scared when they're walking up and stuff. I was told that you're actually supposed to roll down the window and stick your hands out. And some of them, might think that's odd. But to me, that's showing them that they are safe to walk up to my car. And
Yeah.
that is more important for me to tell them that.
well,
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I am not standing up for the actions that happened. I don't know all the fine details,
Yeah,
and
we
this
don't-
is
we
a
don't know.
really tragic event.
And
I mean,
it does appear that shooting took place like once the car was past him. Like he shot from behind it
Yeah.
to get to that angle to shoot her in the head.
He was dead serious, no pun intended, about stopping that woman. So that tells me there's something else going on unless he totally lost his cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been really upset. We
You
don't know.
But-
that like, you know, he told her to like don't go for 15 times, and he's pissed. He's actually angry, and he loses his shit, and he says, "Oh my God!" After he pumps 2 shells in her head, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what
Yeah.
have I done?"
And there was a male in this vehicle that was driving the car, I believe. I think
Yeah.
she was in the passenger
so we
side.
have some more footage. So, yeah.
Corazón destrozado como madre.
A heartbroken mother is surrounded by family and friends during a vigil outside Long Beach Memorial Hospital. Her daughter, Mona Rodriguez,
man.
is
Yeah.
in critical condition after suffering a gunshot
Yes.
wound.
So she's
So-
actually brain dead right
Was it
now.
the daughter or the mother?
The
So
daughter.
she's a mother of a infant, I
Yeah.
Right.
believe.
But
Yeah.
the
she's
mother was
18.
talking about her daughter. That's
Yeah.
her mother
That is
right
also
there.
a mother.
Yeah, that's her mother
Relatives
there.
devastated after being told that the 18-year-old is brain dead, and the hospital plans to disconnect her from life support.
Yeah, so
So
Boy,
She
that's
wasn't even-
coming awful quick.
She wasn't even the one driving off.
Right.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was in the passenger
and
side.
so there's a pistol and some drugs maybe in the guy's lap.
it
You know
sounds
what I mean?
it sounds like the
Something's-
officer was
we're-
concerned.
We're missing a bunch of information
Well,
here.
you know, like my blame would be on the guy driving. He's the one that chose to drove off,
And
and he
he-
risked somebody else's life.
Yeah.
He literally could have meant to shoot the dude, and accidentally, as the car turned, it was perfect because he 2 rapid fire shots. The car turned and struck her.
Well, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, it happens in a flash.
It does. That's
Like-
what I mean.
So
What
the
do you
other
do?
guy,
Impulse, man.
and so there's a little bit more to the footage, but basically, the woman that got shot, she was in the parking lot or doing something that probably was a little suspicious, something she probably should not have been doing,
Right.
and the officer probably tried to
yeah, I think
detain
she
her,
was in an argument with
and she
another
got
woman.
in the car.
She was in an argument with another woman before getting
Yeah.
in that car, and that's what brought the officer over.
And so she wasn't the one driving, to my knowledge. And so the person if anyone should
Yeah.
have been shot, certainly should not have been her. She got in
well,
the passenger seat.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we got to assume this officer is fairly well trained. He didn't look like a new boy, and something was strong enough and powerful enough for him to pull his revolver and fire 2 shots.
And this is obviously not the outcome we want, because clearly, I mean, this wouldn't be hitting the news if there was something.
Let him drive off and
problematic.
get the tag number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
This-
it's not worth killing
this is-
somebody over.
This
I
is
don't
not
even,
the right outcome.
unless he was just
but-
fearful
Yeah.
for his life
Yeah,
that
'cause
he
she
was about
at
to be
the
shot
school.
at.
So I mean, what? Probably in the car rider line or something.
Yeah.
That was a
And-
gas station across from the school, I believe.
Yeah.
You think that they
So-
were like not in the right set of cones for picking up the students?
But okay, so
it's a very
little
serious
bit
matter.
more,
Yeah.
a little bit more on that video is, and I want to get you guys' opinion on this. So the hospital actually gave the brother the right to remove her from life support or to keep going, because she's brain dead right now. And then the hospital has removed that right from the brother,
From him
so,
to be able to make that
yeah.
decision.
So
well, who has the decision?
He might
now?
not
Yeah,
be
They said
18.
the state has the decision now.
so yeah. That
Is
that
it
seems-
COVID related too, that he's not allowed to come around? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
That's a very weird thing because
to-
it's
to one side,
It's
if
tr-
she
it's-
is medically brain dead, she can't recover. But on the other side, like, I mean,
you never know.
What do you
Miracles
do?
happen every day. So
Yeah, I mean, at some point,
This
the
happened.
family isn't going to be paying
10 years in coma, and guy sits up in bed,
wakes up.
said, "What's for breakfast?"
Yeah,
there's a lot going on with the story for sure.
this is-
Let me know when we've got a minute left for this segment. I've got something that dovetails with this kind of insanity.
yeah.
Let's hear it.
Got a minute?
Yeah.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
hear it.
All right, this
Here's the
happened.
minute.
This happened in Colorado. A woman with stage 5 renal failure. I mean, that's like any minute. Is scrambling to find a new hospital to perform a kidney transplant And they've got a donor that's ready to go because the UC health system in Colorado denied the transplant due to her being unvaccinated against the coronavirus.
Wow.
And she doesn't even have it. And she's got stage 5 renal failure. Said, we're not going to help you. You're not vaccinated.
But she doesn't have it.
No.
Yeah.
She doesn't have COVID.
That's ridiculous.
She doesn't have vaccinations. A kidney transplant takes less than an hour. They've got a donor there ready to give her the kidney, and she's in stage 5 renal failure.
Yeah.
She could have
And
had
if you've got
COVID
2 working kidneys,
in the past.
they'll just let the stage 5 one go. This woman, that's all she's got.
She might have antibodies.
Yeah.
Did she die?
Well,
It was still ongoing. This is today.
This is a crazy story.
Can
Yeah.
you believe that somebody in a hospital said, well, she's not vaccinated, let's punish her. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be good for publicity.
it's a
might
bunch of
not-
hospital bull.
They need
That's
to-
all
It
it
seems
is.
about as crazy as not letting the brother decide if they're going to pull the plug or not.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's don't give him the opportunity if you're then just going to pull it away. I mean, that's just one. If
Well,
you
it
do
might it might be because of a legal situation.
Well, if it's
Versus
because
like
of a legal
like an
situation, you should have never
autopsy
given
or
it
like
to
other
him.
things and stuff like that, and
But-
then they had to pull it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, this is a really, really, really sad situation, and my hearts and prayers go out to the family.
It's never
so
a fun situation.
we don't know all the news behind it. It would be great to get a lot more on this to really know what happened and why this happened. Because if the officer did something wrong, the officer needs to be charged.
Well, and even if you're public safety, like I feel like if you're allowed to carry a gun, you should be recording at all times, so that that footage can be
available.
analyzed.
I
And
agree.
and it doesn't matter if you're a public safety officer or whatever.
Right.
If you're a campus officer, if you have a gun and you are able to shoot and kill somebody with it, you should have video evidence of why.
They need something with about the size of a quarter. It's got a lot of good sticking power to it, like duct tape. And literally, I'm not kidding, or on the hat, have something to where everything that officer's seeing and hearing, you're almost looking through his eyes.
Those
So
officer
I-
cameras are
Ray-Bans.
invaluable, like the one with Gabby Pepito. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's some
Ray-Bans.
great footage of what happened.
Ray-Bans now have cameras in them.
Do they?
This
Yeah.
is tragic, and guys, if you guys have any opinions on it, please post it in the comments below. We definitely want to see it. Also, please give us a like and a subscribe. It's going to greatly help us out.
Yeah, we
Boom.
need your subscribes.
Yeah, and every subscribe, you'll see all of our great content that comes out in the future. So
Daily
please.
videos. So.
Yep. Anyway, thank you guys very much, and we will see you at the
See you
next
guys
one.
next time.
See ya.